I'm sure I sound very much just like a foreigner, coming to the U.S. and speaking English. So what are some of the phrases that I'm learning to speak in Spanish to the truck drivers? The majority of the truck drivers are Spanish speaking. Some speak little English. Some are very good bilingual. So, when a truck pulls up, first thing I ask them is just Inglés or Espanol. I'm sure I sound very much just like a foreigner, coming to the U.S. and speaking English. As an adult foreigner coming to the U.S., you never really lose your native language accent. It's unless you're very good at languages, to mimic accents and dialects. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I sound like somebody who Spanish is not the first language. But I've just tried to keep it. I don't want it to be too formal, because when it's formal, you're using an awful lot of words when Spanish is not my first language, and I'm not really even good conversationally. If they start speaking back to me in Spanish and really ramble it on, I get lost, because my mind can't translate it fast enough when they speak back to me. But Inglés o Espanol is one of the first things I ask. Another thing I ask is ya hablé contigo, which means have we talked yet? So ya hablé contigo, have we talked yet? So there's a ridge back here at the top. There's a ridge right here as they come up. And usually what I'm asking them is to be slow until they get to that ridge, because of the dust that it kicks up. And so I'll ask it in a way, I'll say despacio hasta primera loma. Despacio hasta primera loma porque demasiado polvo. Y cuando te vayas, despacio hasta primera loma, por favor. So what I'm asking them is go slowly until you get to the first ridge because of a lot of dust. And when you leave, go slowly at the first ridge. Ali, here. Despacio hasta primera loma porque demasiado polvo. Y cuando te vayas, Ali, despacio hasta primera loma, Ali, por favor. Again, go slowly until you get to the first ridge because of a lot of dust, and when you leave, go slowly at the first ridge here because of a lot of dust. I didn't say because of a lot of dust both times. That's porque demasiado polvo. Yeah, so despacio hasta primera loma means go slowly until the first ridge. Porque demasiado polvo means because of a lot of dust. Y cuando te vayas means and when you leave, and then I repeat it for this other ridge. I repeat it, despacio hasta primera loma. Go slowly until the first ridge. You can use loma or you can use colinda. Loma actually means knoll, and colinda means hill. So I can either say loma or colinda, and they both get what I'm talking about. They know the ridge that they come up. But yeah, there's a ridge up here. You can't really see it, and then there's a ridge down here that they come up. But if they keep it slow in that area, and I also ask them 5 millas per hora, which means 5 miles per hour. Cinco. And I can also say 20 cinco aquí. So I'm saying you can go 20 miles per hour up there, you can go 20 miles per hour over there, but do 5 miles per hour here. Demasiado povo. So 5 millas por hora. Or you can just say 5 millas. They understand the context. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be too formal, because when you get too formal, you're using an awful lot of words, and Spanish is not my first language. And I'm not really, I know Spanish structures their sentences a little bit differently than English does. I'm not an English major at all, but I just know that the structure is different. But yeah, that's some of the Spanish that I'm learning that gets the point across. Had a couple of people, oh, you speak Spanish? Oh, poco. And I've had some others say, your Spanish is very good. Meaning, for somebody who doesn't speak Spanish, you got your point across. Not that I fooled them into thinking that I'm really Mexican or anything. Yeah, Texas is former Mexico. Former state of Mexico. Then it seceded from Mexico, became its own country, Republic of Texas. And then seceded, not seceded, but annexed by the U.S. and then became a state.